Hi guys, I'm back with my second upload, and this match is an Ubers match against one of my good friends. Um, it was all these matches that I'm going to be uploading in the near future are all those that were taken way back then, and I'm still trying to clear all the content. Um, and as for some miscellaneous stuff, for the last video, I apologize with for some technical difficulties because I was still trying to get used to the video capturing software. And so, without talking too much about other stuff, let's get on into team preview. Uh, okay, let's do this again. Yes. Okay. So this time showdown doesn't screw up, and I'm seen from my point of view, and my opponent is Dracane, and just looking at the teams, uh, I'm running one of the best sand teams that was ever made. It was made by another um a Smogon user, so I didn't create the team. I took the team from a IMT that he made, and it's basically about sort of balance slash stall. Uh, Tyranitar is there to set up sand, and it's also a rather good um, special wall. Excadrill is there for rapid spin, and it's also an offensive powerhouse, although I put leftovers for greater longevity. And then there's Arceus Rock, which is a really good tank. It just walls everything so hard. Uh, because Sandstorm gives it that uh 50% extra special defense boost, and I have my Ferrothorn, especially defensive, with the support moves with spikes and leech seed protect and power whip for stab, and Gliscor is there for basically toxic stalling, and also countering Groudon, Excadrill, stuff like that. And finally, my Giratina altered form, which is there to to be a special wall, and also wall specs Kyogre and all other Kyogre variants. So my opponent, he's using dual weather, something that we don't really see, and he's using a like three Pokemon that can really abuse uh, sand and rain. For sand, it's Excadrill, which gets the what do you call it? Sand Rush. Yes, the Sand Rush speed boost. Uh, and for rain, there's his Palkia, whose water type moves are powered up, and his Kabutops, which gets the Swift Swim speed boost. And then he has an Arceus, and I do not know what Arceus form it is at this point of time, so I have to watch out for it. And so, without further ado, let's get on with the game. So I'm going to lead off with my Gliscor, predicting him to lead off with his Tyranitar, and I don't want him setting up Stealth Rocks, so I'm going to go for my Taunt, as I think he sort of predicts that, go for the Fire Blast. It doesn't really do like a lot. That's only 33%, and I managed to get my Toxic Orb activated, which means Poison Heal is now active, and now he's going to be fearing me to be going for Earthquake or something along those lines, uh, which I'm going to do because it's a safe play and it hits everything on its team because he has no levitators or flying types. Now it goes into a Kyogre, obviously I'm scared out, um, so I'm going to go into my Giratina A, which is my number one switch in to Kyogre, and the Surf, it because Surf does 21%, it tells me that it's most probably scarf damage, because it does way too little to be specs. So now I know that it's going to be switching out, and I can just burn anything on his team with the Will-O-Wisp, and it catches Tyranitar on the switch, which is great because Tyranitar is largely a physical attacker. And so uh, knowing that I can take like any dark type move or anything of that sort because he's burned, I'm just going to go for the raw. Um, as he's rolled out into Excadrill, and now I really wanted to go for the Will-O-Wisp, but I thought that he might have a substitute. or he might switch back into his Tyranitar. I don't know. So the best move I could go for was Raw. If he want to go set up a Sword Dance, he'll lose his boost. So I raw him out into the worst possible switch into which is his Palkia. I'm obviously scared out. Now I go into Tyranitar because I thought that the Ferrothorn switch was so obvious and he would predict that go for the Fire Blast, but instead he doesn't. He doesn't see that coming. He goes for the Hydro Pump and it instantly takes my Tyranitar out, which tells me that it is obviously Choice Specs. Um, so that was a misprediction on my part, thinking that he would go for the Fire Blast. But now I can go into my Ferrothorn, knowing that I can sponge uh, Hydro Pumps. And so he's going to go into his Excadrill, and I see this as an opportune moment to go for my Spikes, my first layer. And since he's revealed uh, the substitute, I don't want to be going for Leech Seed because that would be a waste of turn and he'll get a free substitute. So I'm going to just go for the Power Whip to break his up and apply some offensive pressure on him and force him to start attacking me. But instead, he makes a sort of a bad play, goes for a Swords Dance, as I predict him to not go for the substitute, and I go for Leech Seed. But now I'm facing a +2 Excadrill. And plus Excadrill doesn't play games, and so I'm just going to protect, get one more turn of Leech Seed recovery as he's uh, starting to get worn down of the 50% mark, and now I can just switch into my Gliscor, which is my number one Excadrill go-to counter, as he goes for the Earthquake, doesn't affect me, and I'm just going to get my Toxic recovery, like Toxic Poison Heal recovery, and the Leech Seed recovery, getting me back to almost full health. And now, again, I can just go for the save move, go for the Earthquake as it hits every member of his team for a significant amount of damage. And you see, his Kyogre is getting worn down so badly that he won't be able to survive two switch ins of my Spike. So now I'm going to go into Ferrothorn instead of my Giratina because I knew that he would most probably predict me to switch into Giratina and he'll go for the Ice Beam. And Ice Beam, it doesn't do anything to my Ferrothorn. Um, and now I want to um, be able to ensure that I can kill the Kyogre if it chooses to switch out. So I'm going to get out my second layer of spikes to ensure that the Kyogre is taken care of. And since he's staying in, I know that now he's just going to death fodder his Kyogre, which um, wasn't the best of plays. So I'm just going to take him out with the Power Whip, and since his Kyogre is out of the picture, that means once he sends in his Tyranitar, or uh, the sand will be up, which is the favorable weather that I would want to have on the field. So I predict that he's going to go for the low kick. So I switch into my Giratina, but I think he predicts that, goes for Stone Age, but unfortunately he misses. Uh, yeah, but Stone Age is Stone Age after all, and 80% is really shaky. So yeah, I'm not complaining about hacks. So I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp in case he wants to stay and Stone Age me again. But he's going to send in his Tyranitar, and sets out the Sandstorm, which, as I say again, is the favorable weather. And since the Tyranitar is burned, I see that it is no threat to me at all, and I can just stay in, go for the Raw, and with my spikes up, it's going to be, and the Sandstorm is going to be racking up quite a lot of damage. And so, since I see that his Arceus is Arceus normal, most probably the Extreme Killer variant, so he's gonna go for the Sword Dance as I can just go for the Will-O-Wisp, but I miss. I miss. So that really blows. But I know that I should be able to survive a +2 Shadow Claw, which I do, thankfully, and I am able to raw him out. So taking away all his boosts, as he's raw into his Kabutops. Now since his Kabutops is life orb, I feel that I could like just like fodder some stuff off. My Giratina won't be doing a great deal since it won't be able to go for the rest. So I'm just gonna go to my Ferrothorn, predicting him to go for the Stone Edge, which he does. And basically, I'm just going to be foddering off my Giratina next turn. Yep, and Life Orb Recoil is going to be racking up on the Kabutops. So yep, he's gonna hit his uh next Stone Edge, take out my Giratina. So the score is currently 4-5. But it's fine because I am bringing Excadrill, and since I'm in Sandstorm, I outspeed, and again I hit his whole team for good damage with the Earthquake. So he's gonna let the Kabutops die, knowing that since Sandstorm is up, he won't be able to get his Swift Swim boost. So uh, since his Pokemon are all really weakened at this point, um, I see that I can just uh, it's most probably going to be Excadrill cleaning up. He goes into his own Excadrill, but since he used Substitute, I think I predicted him to be uh the more bulky variant, so he wouldn't be running so many speed EVs. So I'm just going to outspeed him, go for the Earthquake, take him out, and now I can go and fodder off my Ferrothorn and see what move he wants to lock himself into, in which this case is the Hydro Pump. And the thing is, I just need to get a little bit more residual damage on the Palkia to put him into KO range for my Excadrill's Earthquake. So um he's gonna go for the Hydro Pump. This is Specs super effective stab Hydro Pump. It does not take my Arceus Rock out, which just goes to show how bulky Arceus Rock is. I'm gonna go for the recover, and I'm fishing for the miss. He misses this turn, which is great, allowing me to go for the recover, heal back up to 100%, and put my Arceus Rock out of the Palkia's Hydro Pump range for sure. And now I can basically just my Arceus Rock is sitting pretty, and I thought that he would try to go for another Hydro Pump, so I go for recover, but he sees that it's a rather losing battle, so he's going to switch into his Tyranitar, as I am going to go for Judgment next turn and take out his Tyranitar, which makes it now 3-2 in my favor. And now he's going to send in his Arceus, and I know that uh, my Judgment is a 2-hit KO, so I won't be I can just go for Judgment. That's 35%, not a great deal of damage, but it's appreciated. The extra damage still appreciated. You go for this +2 break, and that's 69%, which again goes to show that Arceus Rock is so bulky. It was a +2 super effective break, and it didn't even do 70%. So now it's basically good game, as he can just use any move that he wants to go for. Goes for Hydro Pump, and now I can actually just bring my Excadrill and finish him off with um the Earthquake. But for the lols, I just wanted to try to get a 1-nail score, so I'm just going to bring in my Gliscor for fun, and it's going to die to the Hydro Pump, obviously. But now I can just bring in my Excadrill, which is still left in the bag, and because of the Sandstorm boost, I'm going to outspeed the Palkia and take him out with the Earthquake for the very narrow 1-0 victory. So that was the match for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like this video if you enjoyed the battle, and subscribe to see more content and helps the channel grow. And so that's all for this match, and I'll see you guys next time. Good